Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We got some more big news today, and that is that apparently Blade will start filming by the end of the year. I did not expect this, but it just dropped, I think it was yesterday, that this news would be happening from MovieWeb.com, who is the same source that came out with last month when they revealed that there was a writer for Blade, which Blade isn't getting a whole lot of coverage. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about Blade as these announcements come out, but there are a few announcements that have been coming out recently about Blade, which is great because for a while, for the past year and a half, close to 2 years now, all we had for Blade was a prototype logo and the fact that Mahershala Ali would be playing Blade in the movie. We had no release date, we had no supporting cast, we had no writers, we had no directors, no producers, nothing like that, other than, of course, Kevin Feige producing it. But it was just revealed last month, and not many people talked about this, so I guess I'll kind of reiterate on it, that Stacy Osei-Kuffour, maybe that's how you pronounce her name, will be writing the Blade reboot, which will be titled Blade the Vampire Slayer. So Blade the Vampire Slayer, personally, I like the title. I think it's cool. A lot of people are complaining about it, though, because they're like, it's too close to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. People will be confused, and it's like, dude, you do realize Buffy hasn't been relevant for 15 plus years, right? Nobody's gonna be and not to mention, Buffy was popular generally around the same period of time that Blade was popular. So people who know about Buffy probably also know about Blade and know they're two distinct properties. So nobody's gonna really, nobody's gonna see Blade the Vampire Slayer on a poster and be like, oh, is that a Buffy spinoff? No, it's not gonna happen. But anyway, yeah, that's what it's gonna be called. I understand some people are like, oh, they should have just called it the Vampire Hunter, or they should have called it Blade the Daywalker or something, which those would have been cool titles too, but there's nothing wrong with Vampire Slayer in my opinion. So the news from today is that we'll begin production later this year. Now I'm expecting late this year, probably around fall-ish. Personally, that's not what it says in the article. It just says later this year, saying it targets a 2021 release date soon, and it also does say expect more announcements for Blade coming soon, so keep your eye out for that. But this is really interesting, mainly because it shifts around what at least I thought was coming for the MCU, because here's the thing, Marvel has 5 release dates in 2022. They have a March release date, which is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I believe it's, I want to say May release date for Thor Love and Thunder. A June release date, I want to say. Maybe it's July, though. My memory could be off on that. For Black Panther 2. And then a November release date for Captain Marvel 2. But then there's also a release date in October that has not been revealed what film that will be. And at first, when there was an October release date, everyone was like, oh yeah, it's going to be Blade. But then nothing came out about Blade. And then, a bunch of stuff came out about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, stuff about directors and writers and cast, and now it's actually started production in Turkey, though that's few, if any, of the main cast are actually filming in Turkey. The main cast will be filming in other places once they're done in Turkey, but nonetheless, it is in production, and it's actually been said that it will come out sometime in 2022, or at the very least, I want to say Jeff Loveness or Peyton Reed in an interview late last year did say that they were shooting for a 2022 release date, and I want to say right after Investor Day, Michelle Pfeiffer actually put out a tweet that said Quantumania coming in 2022, and then had to delete the tweet because that information hadn't been officially announced yet. So everybody was like, oh, yeah, it's in the bag. That's basically what's happening. It's coming in 2022, probably October 2022. But now it seems maybe that could be Blade. I mean, if they start filming late this year, chances are that's when it's coming out. And I mean, think about it like this. Blade is probably coming out around Halloween time. I don't see Marvel putting it out any other time of year. Maybe in January, February. That's been a spot where horror-esque or darker horror movies, which Blade kind of falls into that category, even though it will be PG-13. it generally might fall in that category. And those movies have tended to come out in January or February, maybe early March, in the past couple of years. But I'd say Marvel is probably going to do the smart thing and go, oh, Blade. Well, that's easily a Halloween movie, so it's coming out in like October or September. And so if they're planning on doing that, if they're filming it this year, that means they're going to have like, you know, 2 years between filming the movie and actually releasing it, or at the very least like a year and a half, if they release it earlier than that, which is abnormally long for Marvel. Like, it's gonna be a year and a half between Black Widow being filmed and being released, and in that case, that was because of a pandemic, you know, so that'll be a little weird. So now I'm more thinking, okay, maybe Blade is coming out in October of 2022, and maybe Ant-Man's like the first movie of 2023, like in February or something like that. Meanwhile, Guardians 3 is starting filming this year, and that comes out in 2023. Though, first of all, if I had to guess, that's coming out early-ish 2023. And also keep in mind that they're filming Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special back-to-back, which probably means it's going to be more like they're filming the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special this year and filming Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 early next year. But we'll see how that goes out, especially with James Gunn's busy schedule with the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, which is currently filming. So he's really busy right now, and it'll be kind of weird to see how Marvel and DC kind of almost collaborate in a way to kind of schedule around James Gunn's busy schedule. But yeah, what do you guys think of this? Do you think it's kind of crazy that we're getting Blade sooner than we thought? Because for at least the past few months, maybe like 6 months, in my mind, since we just had like a logo, which is now out of date because it has a new title, and an actor, just one, and nothing else, besides, I guess, Kevin Feige as producer, I always thought, okay, well, I guess Blade is something we're getting in like late 2023, like maybe 2024, something like that. And now it seems maybe we're getting it next year, which is pretty cool. Let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe for daily videos on the franchises you love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.